Hello everyone, I am going to make a presentation on Safety Instrumented System, Testing and Repair Deferral Basics. Video is being taken on behalf of InstrumentationTools.com and AutomationCommunity.com. Kindly watch and subscribe. SIS Testing and Repair Deferral. In Safety Instrumented System, when it is designed, decisions and assumptions are made which factor into establishing the proof test interval. SIS proof testing is a routine maintenance activity to be performed for SIS instruments at a periodic interval. Like the routine maintenance for the other normal instrumentation and many electrical and mechanical devices in the plant. For the safety instrumented system, the proof testing, it is called a proof testing, which is arrived by making different calculations, which has been seen in the earlier presentations, and also as per the international norms, IEC standards, ISS standards, the proof testing has to be done. So proof testing is a different type of test other than the normal routine maintenance activities. So that has to be done in the periodic interval. At times, the proof tests cannot be done as per the schedule, and in such cases, deferral has to be made according to the IEC standards. This topic describes what is required when the proof test interval cannot be met. So here in this presentation, our interest is to know how to tackle the cases where this testing may not occur in the scheduled interval. There are reasons for not performing SIS testing. There may be a possibility of postponement of the plant shutdown or turnaround. The instrument valve which is scheduled to get proof tested, which is the instrument valve which is scheduled for proof testing, may not be possible to do it online and require equipment or unit shutdown. Plant operations is not in a position to shut down the plant due to high market demand for the product or availability of raw material in huge quantity. The process plants, safety instrumented system, valves and instruments are installed across many areas. Some areas there will be standby equipment so that isolation is possible and the instruments can be taken offline while the plant is in continuous production mode, and the proof testing can be performed. But in some cases, there could be only one instrument which is also on the main process line, and shutdown of such instruments is not possible due to the equipment continuous running, and there is a huge demand for the market for the particular product. The plant operations will not be ready to stop the production and give an isolation for the sake of proof testing. So they would like to make it to a next available opportunity. What is deferral? When the SIS proof testing is not performed on time as per schedule, there is a possibility to take deferral to certain extent. Deferral process initiation is done based on evaluation and confirmation that it is safe to allow the deferral. This is done by first identifying and involving key production, maintenance and design personnel, including safety experts. So the decision has to be taken cautiously so that the safety integrity level will not be compromised and the equipment is still healthy enough to perform the function when it is demanded. Then, by reviewing the equipment history, conducting a visual inspection, performing probability of failure and demand calculations, and gaining the acceptance and approval of plant management, operation of the unit may continue up to the limits of the deferral period. These are all the several precautions that has to be taken before taking a decision on the deferral. Problems due to deferrals. Despite the extraordinary consequences of delaying important repairs, deferred maintenance is common inside facilities and manufacturing plants. It also contributes to safety hazards, energy inefficiency, and reputational damage for organizations. Ideally, whenever the plants are running and they have to get certified and recertified during certain period, maybe after 3 years or 5 years, by external auditing agencies like ISO and Bureau Veritas, like that. Many agencies will be there to conduct an audit about the safety instrumented system deployed in the plant, and ensure that they are being tested and maintained as per the international norms. So whenever the plants are running continuously and the operations may force to run it and avoid the proof testing by taking a deferral. So this is a common problem across many plants. So in the other way, it contributes to safety hazards, energy inefficiency, and reputational damage because the records and the proof testing has not been performed regularly as per the international standards. The auditing will capture and make it an action. So which is not ideal for the good industries. Deferred repairs are often put into a maintenance backlog that creates a vicious cycle. As necessary upgrades are postponed, system failures start increasing at a greater volume and frequency. This puts maintenance teams in a mode of reactivity with less focus on preventive maintenance. So, whenever there is a chance and getting postponement of the proof testing, so by taking a deferral, it amounts to huge accumulation of the maintenance activities. So, moreover, the upgrades like Microsoft and many upgrades are coming in the plant runtime. So, whenever there are upgrades and it is not taken care and immediate attention and upgrade is not done at the right time, it gets accumulated and the maintenance teams gets more work orders or more maintenance tasks at a certain point of time. So deferral procedures. Deferral procedures should be developed so that the potential need to defer preventive, predictive or reactive maintenance is an exceptional event, not a matter of routine. So what happens whenever a deferral is taken and scheduled maintenance is being postponed and it is getting delayed by months or couple of months. So whatever the task which is already pre-scheduled in those time will get impacted. Like it could be a reactive maintenance, it could be a predictive maintenance, or any other routine maintenance. So that could be impacted. These are all the problems with the deferrals. Deferrals can be handled using the management of change process or by approved procedure. Deferrals should undergo technical review to ensure the company's risk criteria is being met. In the event of company's risk criteria would not be met, then temporary compensating measures should be put into place until the protection is returned to as good as new condition. So, whenever the safety risk criteria which is already designed cannot be met, so there could be a requirement to make an alternative or compensating measures. The most common deferral request to delay inspections, proof tests or repair. Common reasons for deferral are as follows. Equipment that safety instrument function is protecting is out of service. The SIF must be tested before the equipment is returned to service. This is a preview of ISA, the standard TR 84.00.03 issued in 2019. A turnaround is scheduled shortly after the scheduled test of the safety instrumented function. The intent is to perform the test during the turnaround. So there is any test planned just after the shutdown, it will be ideal to take it during shutdown and complete the task in a safe way. Spare parts or other required resources are not currently available. This is also one of the reasons. Sometimes the proof testing is not done in a right time, appropriate time, and goes for the deferral. So the maintenance team has to look into the required spares and get it identified and procure it in time before the scheduled maintenance proof testing activity. The equipment cannot be accessed or repaired online. So this is what when the production is running and the single equipment is there in the process line, there could be a reason that the equipment cannot be isolated, the instrument cannot be isolated and tested online. So which means taking a forced decision to take a deferral. SIS testing and repair deferral. Industry best practice is that deferrals be approved and authorized by competent personnel who are accountable for safe operation. This competence includes understanding the equipment operation, the risk SIF is designed to reduce, and the equipment reliability history. These are the several factors to be considered. Typically, operations, maintenance, and technical representatives are involved in the approval process. In some cases, this is one particular company strategy may indicate different levels of required review and approval dependent on SIF complexity, the safety integrity level, the potential event consequence severity that the SIF is protecting against, and planned deferral length. This is for a particular company. They have a different strategy by calculating the required risk and then take the deferral. So deferral approval matrix. So when it is in compliance, less than or 30 equal to 30 days beyond the test or inspection due date, is done within 30 days of the due date, it is in compliance. And if it is going from 31 to 60 days beyond the test or inspection due date, it requires unit supervisors and managers approval. And the testing goes beyond 61 to up to 90 days beyond the planned test schedule, then it requires the site manager's approval. When the testing goes beyond 90 days beyond the test or inspection due date, then it requires the approval by the operations vice president or safety department vice president and all. So these are all the constraints whenever the plants are running continuously and the maintenance activities is proof testing activities is getting postponed, which results in deferral. So as far as possible, the SIS instruments has to be tested at a desired interval schedule in order to have the safe operation and keeping instruments in healthy conditions always. Thank you.